Hello, my friends. How are you? I'm going to be talking about some of the seeds that I'll be growing this year. The first one is this broad bean Sutton dwarf. We stole them from the Sutton dwarfs. But the problem is with broad beans, sometimes they grow rather high. So you want to get dwarf beans so you don't need to stake them so they don't get blown over by the wind. So that's a good one. There we go. Broad bean Sutton dwarf. Yes. And here we have the SubArctic tomato. Arctic Plenty. In Finland, the main problem is the season is just so short that you have to start off the tomatoes early and get them out. Then the frost comes and kills them off. So you want to get something that grows quickly. And this one here is supposed to be around about 14 weeks to harvest. 3 months, 3.5 months. So tomato SubArctic Plenty. I think it was developed in Canada. So that's going to be an interesting tomato. I've tried lots of parsnips in the past, and this one here is Parsnip White Gem. That you get, I think I've tried Guernsey and I've tried Gladiator, and this year I'm going to try this White Gem to see what it's like. And get your parsnip seeds in early because they need this vernalization or a little bit of coldness for them to sprout. So put them into the ground early and you'll get better germination because parsnips are always difficult. They're cantankerous. And here we have Mizuna. It's a sort of frilly Japanese lettuce. Usually gets attacked by flea beetles and put lots of little holes in it. And it always happens early on in the season. But that's a good one, and I've grown it quite a few times. Mizuna. I tell that little story. There was 2 old people, and the elders in near Epsom, Ewell it was. They were both named Smith, but they weren't related to each other. There was a Mr. Smith who used to be a minister, and there was a Miss Smith. They were both in their 80s, I would say, and they would come to me and say, "You dig over this plot of ground for me." And the thing was that Mr. Smith, he was interested in potatoes, and Miss Smith, she was interested in flowers. I always thought there was something going on between Mr. Smith and Miss Smith. Perhaps there was some romantic thing in the air. And Miss Smith always used to grow cosmos and daisies and cornflowers and things like that, sweet peas, something that you could sort of cut and put in vases. And I would dig the ground over for both of them. And one day, Mr. Smith came to me and said, "Come here, Robert. I want to tell you a secret." secret. I thought, he's going to profess his love for Miss Smith. I was waiting for it. Do you want to know a secret? Yeah, tell me. And he said, you can't eat flowers in the winter. So it wasn't a love affair at all. He was just interested in his potatoes. But now this one here is Chrysanthemum Crazy Daisy. This is something like a Michaelmas daisy, those white ones. But the thing is that you have got double, sometimes triple petals on it, so that it looks very special. So I'm going to be growing these daisies. Is there anything else here? Swede. Wilhelmsburger. There's quite a lot of seeds in there. So that's another one. I like turnips and Swedes and things like that, and kohlrabi, that putting in salads. Since I use a lot of fish, then one of the best herbs that you can use for fish is dill, especially if you're putting it inside salmon or in Baltic herring. But dill is a very good herb, and I usually grow it in the African keyhole garden. Is there anything else here? Carrots. Early 90s too. But, I had good success with my carrots last year. I think I had Autumn King, but I thought I would try this early one this year. I've seen, is it Charles Downing, that when he plants beetroot, you put 2 or 3 seeds in the pot, and then when he plants it, you plant the little pot out to the ground, and then you get a clump of beetroot growing together. So I think that's what I'm going to try this year. And this one is called a beetroot forno. Sounds like Italian. And I've sometimes grown those long cylindrical beetroot, but I think this is the normal sort of globe type beetroot. So that's it. Here we have basil bush, not basil brush, basil bush. Another herb. That, so I've got dill, and I've got basil, and what was that other one? I forgot it. I think that's about all that I have. No, there's one more here. You can get those flat leaf parsleys, but the one that I like the best is that sort of tight curled parsley. And this is champion moss curled. And lots of little seeds. And the problem with the parsley is it takes forever. Same with carrot seeds, it takes forever to germinate. And it was Mr. Smith who grew the potatoes who let me in this little secret to help germinate parsley and also carrot seeds. You take very fine sandpaper and you put the seeds on it like that, and then get another sandpaper and put it on top, and then just rub it. Scarify the seeds like that, so that it breaks the surface of the seed coat, so that the water is able to penetrate in there easier, and then germination will be quicker. So when you're doing carrots, which take long, or parsley, then rub them between some fine grade sandpaper, something like you would find on an old sort of matchbox, 2 matchboxes together like that. I'll rub it on it like that. That'll scarify the seeds and you'll get better germination. Anyway, that's my seeds and what I'm putting in this year into the garden. And I wish everyone every success in the growing season. We've just begun to get snow now. Outside it's been snowing all day. It's been very mild winter here in Finland. So that's it. Bye for now.